university student. I studied Law International and I graduated in 2008. I'm currently a trainee in A&L. I'm there for 2 years now, and I'm in the funds department at the moment. As regards who we are, A&L is an internationally recognised leading corporate law firm. We are a full services law firm, something unique to us in the Irish market. We advise on all aspects of Irish law as it applies to companies and individuals involved in businesses, both home in Ireland and around the world. We have an office in Dublin, however we also have offices in Belfast, London, New York and Palo Alto in California. Each year we run a summer internship program, and it really is a fantastic opportunity to gain insight into what A&L does. It gives, I guess, interns an opportunity to decide whether or not they want to pursue a career in law and whether or not corporate law is for them. The internship program itself is 4 weeks long, and last year we had 42 interns in the summer. We had 18 in June, and then we had 24 in July, and then this year we're going to have 3 intakes, one in June, one in July, and now we have one in September, which is great for any of you who want to go travelling during the summer months. We recruit approximately 50% of our trainees from our summer internship program, so it really is a fantastic opportunity to gain a traineeship with the firm. The application form itself is available to download at the moment from the A&L website, and the closing date is the 1st of March. And then once that passes, we then have interviews that take place from Monday the 25th of March to Wednesday the 27th of March, and successful candidates will then find out the evening of their interview whether or not they've been offered an internship, and they have until the 12th of April to accept their offer. As regards filling out the application form online, our position is that you should think very much about what you're going to put in your application form and what a corporate law firm such as A&L might want from a candidate. We look for a candidate who can demonstrate, amongst other things, commercial awareness, a commitment to a career in the corporate law firm, hunger and motivation, leadership potential, and the ability to be a great team player. We are essentially working for well-rounded individuals who have focused not just on their academics, but also who have challenged themselves outside of their comfort zone and who can demonstrate an ability to meet challenging situations and juggle competing demands. I myself never did the internship program. I became a trainee through the trainee recruitment process that occurs in the autumn. However, both Stephen Ahern and Aidan Burke to my left are both former interns with A&L, and on that note I'll invite Stephen up here to talk about his experience.
Thanks, Teresa. Good evening everyone. My name is Stephen Ahern. I'm a third-year trainee solicitor with the firm, and as Teresa said, I started off as an intern in 2009. So I'm going to talk very briefly about the training contract first of all. I think Aidan is going to run you through the internship program in more detail. The traineeship is split up into 4 6-month rotations, and after that then you qualify. So at the moment I'm in my 3rd seat. My first 6 months was with corporate. It was a very general sort of seat with the firm. I would have worked a lot on mergers and acquisitions, and we floated a couple of companies on the London Stock Exchange. Sort of general corporate restructuring as well, so it was very interesting. Then we went to Blackhall for 6 months, which was fantastic. Some of you have probably heard of Blackhall Place. It's where solicitors go to train. It's paid for by the firm as well, which is good. There's not too many law firms out there who pay for your Blackhall these days, and they pay wages down there too. So they pay the same wages that you would receive if you're working in the office, which is nice. 6 months later I came back and I worked in our London office. As Teresa mentioned, we have an office in London, and they send 6 trainees over every year, so I think we send more trainees to our London office every year than any other law firm in the country. So it's a really great opportunity to get to experience London. I was there this summer for the Olympics and the Queen's Jubilee and all that. So we have a house in Islington as well, where they put the trainees up. And the seat itself is a banking law seat, so it would have been a mixture between, I suppose, securitisation and asset finance and general banking advice. Then in October I came back and I'm still working in our insolvency department, which is in the litigation department of the firm. So we work very closely with the likes of Grant Thornton here tonight, and Deloitte and the other Big Four accountancy firms. So I'm working at the moment on examinerships, receiverships, liquidations. I'm sure you're all aware that every week there's a new company going into liquidation, so we're obviously very, very busy. Next I'll go to back off for another 3 months, and then I'll come back, do 6 more months in another department. I'm not sure yet which it'll be, and then I'll qualify as a solicitor in Christmas of this year, please God. I started off, as I mentioned, as an intern in 2009. I think Aidan is probably going to go through it in more detail, so I'll only touch very briefly on it. But the application form itself, Teresa mentioned some tips. If I could give you any tips myself on the application, it would be to keep it short, because we do get a lot of applicants, and whoever will be looking at this is probably more than likely someone from HR or even a partner, and they'll have a stack this high of applications. So keep it short. It's online, so all the word processing tools that are available to you normally will be available to you online as well. So use them. Use your bullets, your paragraphs. Keep it spaced. Keep it easy to read. They focus very much too on the other interests, that part of the application form. They want to see what your hobbies are, if you've travelled, if you play music, things like that. So they really do. They try to get a sense of the type of person you are. So really, I'd advise you to focus on that especially. The internship itself, it's a month paid internship. It's in June, July and September. The work you do, you do really feel like you're making a contribution to the team. It's real work. I was in our IT department. You're not photocopying, you're not making tea or any of that nonsense. You're doing legal research, you're preparing for court, you're up and down to the four courts every day. It's good work, and as I said, you really do feel like you're making a contribution. So I'd highly recommend it. If there's any non-law, well, obviously there's a lot of non-law students here this evening. It's not just open to law students. We have applicants every year from all different backgrounds, and the firm love nothing more than to receive applications from various backgrounds. So I look forward to seeing you all this summer. It'd be great to get a few more UCC people up in Dublin. We're trying to move away from the Dublin stereotype, I suppose. And the head of the training contract is or the training program is Alan Roberts. He's from Douglas. He went to UCC, so he loves UCC graduates. I'd encourage you all to apply, come up and give it a go. If you feel that there's probably a lot of law students who don't know whether to join the bar or become solicitors or become accountants, and they may not think that solicitor is the right career. But it's a month-paid internship. You've nothing to lose. Come up and give it a go. If you don't like it, by all means walk away and do something else. But at least give yourself that opportunity to make an informed decision. So I'll hand you over to Aidan now, who will talk about his own experiences from last summer as an intern. And thanks for listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Aidan Burke. I'm a fourth year law student here. I'm still studying. So last summer I was fortunate enough to secure an internship with A&L Goodbody. I spent 4 weeks up in Dublin in July working in the Dublin office in the property department. So my experience with A&L Goodbody began last March when I applied for the internship. I'd already heard about the firm from coming to talks like this, but one of my friends was actually working inside in the firm and told me about their attitude towards students, that they're very kind of professional and welcoming towards students. So I said I'd throw in an application and hope for the best. I found the application process itself, it's a form, a large form you have to fill out. I found it very comprehensive because you're able to get across a lot more about yourself and your personality by answering questions than, say, just applying through a CV would let you. So my main tips for anyone applying would be, as Teresa and Stephen already mentioned, is to put in anything that you think a law firm might be looking for, any valuable experiences you have, such as commercial awareness or something that you were shows you were motivated or that sort of way. I'd also recommend taking your time with your application. The form is a fantastic way to make a good first impression. So like kind of eradicating any mistakes, and that is definitely a good way to kind of get yourself across in a positive light. And I suppose the last kind of from a practical point of view would be if you can keep a copy of the application on your computer to look back over the night before you go into the interview, just to refresh your memory. So A&L is a full service law firm, and in that it caters for all its clients' needs under one roof. My internship comprised of 24 students from around Ireland and abroad. There's actually 4 Chinese students on our internship as well, and I think there was 2 from England. When I began work in July, I was pleased to see that the reputation that I'd heard of already was actually, I was pleased to see it in action, and I was immediately made to feel like part of the team. From the outset, I was really impressed with the attention given by the firm to the internship programme. It's structured really well, blends kind of an educational aspect and a kind of practical tasks and that kind of way, so there's plenty of work to be doing. And each morning we took part in informative talks and kind of really learned what it meant to work in a full service law firm. It was also compulsory for us to attend trainee talks to kind of find out the full trainee experience, what it would be like to be working as a trainee in A&L, and I felt the internship really kind of gave me that well-rounded view as what being a trainee in A&L was like. After this we went to our teams to work, and in A&L I really found I was able to get involved in substantial work, and it was substantial and rewarding. I worked closely with trainees and associates across my team, and was invited to sit in on client meetings with the partner and the head of my team. So I was exposed to a great variety of interesting and demanding work. The interns also participated fully in the social aspect of the firm. We were able to attend a number of kind of scheduled and unscheduled social events. We were invited to make full use of the in-house gym facilities, and we also got a bit involved in the soccer team, so that was great. And then I found that the friendly, helpful and collegiate environment that A&L prided itself on really made it a fantastic place to work. I made great friends among the interns and the trainees, but I was delighted to see so many UCC partners and associates and trainees up there as well that I was able to make friends with and found settled in very well up there. So before I applied to the internship in A&L, I was really kind of clueless as to what life as a corporate lawyer up in Dublin would be like. Going to Dublin to work in one of the biggest and most highly regarded law firms in Ireland was a bit daunting, but I kind of found at the end of the internship I was certain that this was the way I wanted to go, so it really provided a great focus for me. And as Stephen mentioned earlier, one of the main benefits of the internship is that you get an interview for the traineeship at the end of it, so I was fortunate enough to come out of that with a traineeship, so it was a great step in that way. And yeah, I'll be starting in 2015 now, so yeah, that's all. Thanks.